Hey guys. Ow. What's up? Man. Can you believe this? Oh wow, look at the sun. Hey guys, oh my gosh. How long has it been? I mean, oh look how long my beard's getting, right? Hey guys. Welcome back to Kingdom Adventures. Man, I can't tell you how exciting it is to finally get back out and hang out with you guys and get on the trail. Man, wow. Cannot even believe it's been as long as it has. And boy, you know, it's so funny because I think the last time I reached out and tried to get a hold of you guys, it was kind of getting to be a tough time. And probably back in December, wasn't it? Had all these great plans though for this year, and you know what? This year kind of crazy. There's all sorts of curveballs, and surely came out to be an interesting year, but kind of got out, and I'll give you a little bit more history on what was going on during that, probably a little bit later. But hey, I am so glad that you guys could join me again. I'm so glad that we can get back together again. I am doing something I have been wanting to do for a while. I had in my head that this lake that we visit quite frequently, if you've seen any of my videos, you have seen this lake. I'm on a place called Caesar's Creek, and I had been planning and been thinking about how I could create a loop trail that would be that would encompass the complete lake. Right now there is an 11.5 mile loop. It's right about an 11.5, somewhere around there, mile loop that just goes kind of on the if you will, the southern side of it. And I've hiked that one several times, and I'm gonna be actually hiking that one today, but I want to bring you guys along with me on this one. And then what I'll be doing next is tomorrow I will be hiking up to the northern part of it. The complete trail is going to be roughly around 32 miles. So what I'm looking at doing is doing 2 nights, 3 days out on one of our favorite little lakes here in Ohio. It's called Caesar's Creek. There's twofold purposes as to why I'm doing this. And I kind of want to, and we'll discuss that a little bit later as well. Yes, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. And like I said, I am so glad that we are getting back out. We have several other things that hopefully we can plan. My cohort, trail named Tater Tot, is going to be, sorry, not Tater, Tater Nate is going to be with me on a couple of these. We're going to do some challenges. And so, but right now it's just me. We're going to be doing a solo trip out here at Caesar's Creek, and just enjoying the weather. We've already had some rain. Forecasts have been telling me that there might be some thunderstorms tonight, which, to be honest with you, should be fun. But we are going to be close to 90 degrees as well. It's just going to make for a warm trip. And just kind of I'll give you some lowdowns on what we're going to plan on doing here. Now, might be a relatively long video, so I'm going to try to break it up and see what we can do about making this maybe a series or something like that. So, but we are going to stop along the way. Hopefully I can get that. Let me flip over real quick. We're going to stop along the way and check out some of the sights, such as that really cool looking mushroom. And here's the trail as we're going out. So, but then just kind of chill. I mean, today is going to be a relaxed day. My plan is, well, right now the goal was to stay at a campsite that you all should be pretty familiar with, which is what we kind of dubbed as our beach. But there's actually another spot that's a little bit further up from it that I might stay at because I've been wanting to. Been wanting to do a couple of bushcraft things there anyways, but so we might stay up there and check that out. We'll see. I am full on tenting it. So I brought a backpack tent and everything. So that's what we'll be using. Other than that, we'll just kind of enjoy the trail and enjoy the day. Hopefully everything will be all right. Give you a little bit of a weather update. It looks like the rain has stopped a little bit. And there's a gentle breeze blowing, which is making it perfect. And it's roughly probably about 80 degrees. I gotta start off, like I said, this is the morning. We got started off roughly about 9:30 or so. About what time it is now, a little after 9:30. And just actually gonna be it's kind of a nice morning so far. Ooh. So let's see if I can make it happen. I think that's I don't know. It's already happened. A mushroom puffball thingy. One issue with this trail, just one of the minor drawbacks, it still adds to making things different. You gotta cross the bridge. The bridge over to the lake. What you see here though, it breaks up the monotony, I guess. Not that there's much around here, but anyways, that's what I'm doing right now. Crossing the bridge. Gives you a good overview of the lake though. Pretty cool on the other side. Do that without getting a shot on here. Get that. I mean, really cool scenery with the haze. So, here we go. So I am gonna have to take a brief stop there. This is one. I think there might be another one somewhere on the other side of the lake. But yeah, this is, they've cleaned it up a lot since the last time I've been here. But I know that I came here and I can't help but stop and check it out. Just because, well, I don't know. I'm big on just respecting the heritage that people leave behind and knowing, you know, just being able to be reminded of that. And, you know, this is pretty cool. I love the old graveyards. Looks like an oak tree fell, or limb fell out of a huge, holy crap, that's a big oak tree. Get some park officials to fix that, eh? Hopefully didn't knock over any gravestones. These seem pretty simple to fix. As far as uprighting anyways, hopefully they're not broken. But yeah, I just one of the areas that I always like to stop at when I do this loop. Like, I hadn't been several years since I've actually done the loop. But yeah, there's some back here in the back too. It just is really cool. There's these old gravestones tucked away in the woods. Old graveyards like this. Really nice here. And like I said, they've been cleaning it up, looks like. Got real cleaned up. And gives us the ability to come and respect them, and just, I mean, for some of us, this is just really neat. We just love to see the history, especially around this place. I bet if I looked it up, and I might do some look up here later, there's a couple things I wanted to look up, but I bet there's a history between this and what went on before Caesar's Creek. And I think later on, maybe tonight, when I'm settling down, I'll kind of give you briefly what I know off the top of my head about the history of Caesar's Creek. And then I will also follow that up with actual research, which I meant to do before I got out here. But once I do that, then we'll be good to go. All right, now let's move on. So another neat thing about Caesar's Creek is there is what's called a pioneer village out here. They hold events, they hold all sorts of stuff out here for this, anywhere from cooking to just a whole bunch of things, where they open up this little village here, and they kind of give you an idea of what it was like in pioneer days, or real early start of the country. And really is neat. Now, I've never been able to get out here for any of the events, but like I said, I've hiked this trail a few times. I do enjoy coming out here and checking out the village. Of course, every time I do come out here, usually I get lost. I'm hoping I can keep hold of the sign. I get turned around somehow, but I think I know where I'm going this time. But it just shows you all the old homes and just merchants and things of that nature that, built like they were. A lot of these are exact homes that were moved here. Some are replicas, but the majority of them you'll see just the old work, stonework and stuff. But this is what it was. Like, for instance, a little schoolhouse. And they usually open up all the doors. People come and dress the part and show you what it was like. And there's a little schoolhouse in there. Of course, the video isn't doing any good. But yeah, this is, I think it's just a neat little area. It gives you a little bit about that. So anyway, I'll walk through here and get the trail. All the general stores right there. So when you pick up anything, there's a general store. Oh, this is cool. Like, I keep saying I am gonna have to get up here one of these days to really check this place out when I do this. But yeah, this house was built in 1814. So it kind of gives you an idea. When you read the thing, it tells you about the guy who lived here being in the Revolutionary War. I'm pretty sure the can of Rid-A-Bug was not available here. But yeah, I mean, it just takes you all the way back to, you know, just barely post-Revolutionary War, pre-civil, and yeah, your blacksmith workshop back there. Actually, probably more wood than blacksmith. There is a blacksmithing out here. I know they do one event where it's they're thinking about the cast iron cooking, which is pretty cool. There's the bike right there. It's the blacksmith shop. I see the kettle now, and then there's the actual building for it too. Okay, cool. But yeah, they do all sorts of things here. They open up for kids too. Kids can come out, just see the way everything was done back a long time ago. That's how they put it, and we'll go from there. So here we go. We're gonna get back on trail. Looks like I have actually made it through without getting turned around this time. Kudos to the Cedar Creek Park staff. You guys have labeled this trail a lot better. Everything's looking pretty cool, pretty nice. So I've been able to ease through this a little bit better without stressing out too much. There's usually a couple points I get turned around, and this is definitely one of them. Whoops. Oh, going back that way, my bad. But I don't know what that was. But so this, and then there's another spot, I think, between here. I think I'll hit it again. I think it's sort of like a roadway I always get turned around onto. But yeah, this has been nice and very helpful. So Cedar Creek staff, you guys doing a wonderful job at keeping this place under par, and making sure that everything's a lot nicer to walk through. So let's get up here. I see a sign for Horseshoe Falls, which will be nearby. Once we get to Horseshoe Falls, you'll definitely bring you back to that. So, all right. Okay, I think I'm outside of earshot, at least the ones in the creek. But I think I'll reconnect. Hold on, I'm looking at a map. Here's a map. Yeah, these are out on every part, and it says I'm at G1. And so, trying to get an idea where I'm at here, real quick. So, okay, so And you can hit the swinging bridge. That's what I'm gonna do. I think that's right there. But yeah, I'm gonna go hit the swinging bridge, and I think I can connect back to the. So yeah, there is a swinging bridge up here. Guess I'm trying to be out of earshot out of the couple that was out in the creek with their dogs. I don't want them to think I'm videoing anything from them, but so this is also a really cool thing about this trail is there's this really neat swinging bridge. I don't know if you guys like these sort of things like I do. Sometimes, I mean, I've been on some that are way up there, so this one is not as high in elevation as some of that I've been on, but this is pretty nice, neat. So I'm hoping I can get a shot. So, oddly enough, and I'm kind of shocked because we had a little bit more rain than usual, but the falls, if you saw previous shot, the falls are not running over as nicely as they, that I've seen. Whoa. But I mean, the creek's still flowing pretty decently. It's just the falls are a little bit bigger, and they don't cover it like they. But yeah, still neat. Anywho, hold on a minute. Let me see something. There we go. Look at that, guys. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, I get distracted here. The falls are a little bit drier than normal. The best time really to come is spring. Oh my gosh, after like a snow runoff, even in the wintertime, when there's quite a bit of moisture, there's always good times to come in. See those. I guess we can get down that way too, but I think we're gonna reconnect to the food trail. But yeah, that's cool. It's fun. So get back up in the shade here. Whew. Sun breaks you. But yeah, we're gonna get up here and continue on to, if I can get my fingers out of the way, to, well, you're gonna see it like the humidity in the lens of my camera, I think. I'm gonna have to take a water break here soon, and we'll go from there. All right. Good trip so far. Just taking my time. So here, real quick, is another popular spot. Families come out here. We play in the rocks. I think they do some fossil hunting, stuff like that. But I don't know if I can. The lake's right over there, and so there's a parking area right up here, so people come in quite a bit here to come look at the rocks, walk through the trail, walk into the lake and everything. Say that real quick because there's somebody up ahead. But yeah, I mean, once again, it's another dynamic scenic change that happens here. Actually in a really good spot. I'm kind of pleased with where I am, and then continue down the trail. Yeah, buddy. So, like I said, I think I'm moving pretty good. Crossing over the Cedars Creek Dam, which, if I can cross the street, I'll show you. I'm gonna walk on this side. And over there is the lake. Here is a complete steep downhill that goes into a spillway. Actually, last winter, early winter, fishing down there in spillway and caught some side-eye. That was kind of fun. I don't think I've ever caught soccer. I hadn't actually caught those. Yeah, side-eye. So that was kind of fun. But you see people periodically trying to run this hill, which is crazy because that is a steep hill. So all power to them. There's actually another trail back up there. I took a brief video of it last winter, out doing a little bit of a hiking, just kind of updating what's going on with the channel then. And so I actually want to do some more along that trail. I'd love to. Unfortunately, they locked the gates up here, so I'd have to park down on the other side of the trail. which is actually near what's called the Little Miami River, which is pretty popular up here. So one of these days, maybe I'll get to doing that. But then on the other side, cross back over. Thank God this road isn't too busy. But on the other side is just kind of the dammed off area of the lake. The buoys around there kind of signify that really you're not allowed to get up in here, fish, at least with the boat, although I do see people periodically up here. But this is kind of where the spillway lets out from there. So I think the drain might be over there or something. I don't know. I guess control's right there. I'm not going to be hitting the bridge into that this time around. Maybe in the future we'll do something there, but I don't know. That'd be just more for entertainment than anything. Must be something dead along the dam side, because spillway side, because there's some turkey vultures out flying around over there. But so far we're looking good. Like I said, it might be just feel like a hop, skip, and jump as we do everything through here, and hopefully everything go pretty uneventful. Haven't run into too many people, period, and haven't seen too many of the oddball characters, we'll call them, that tend to have a tendency to want to ruin your trip if you're not careful. But here we go. We're going to continue on. Hopefully be back in the woods before too long. Wow, look at that thing. It's crazy, ain't it? Whew. That is a mushroom for you. Oh. I can't remember what they're called off the bat. I used to know. I don't think they were the puffball family, but I know what somebody once told me is this thing's, you can actually slice them, and they look like bread almost. You know, you can slice them in slices that look like bread, and they told me that you pan sear them in like butter and other seasonings, and eat them like that, and they're good. I don't know. I think the only reason it has flavor is because of the butter and whatever seasoning you put into it. But I was told they're edible. I typically stay away from the mushroom families just because too many possibilities there that look the same and create an issue. You have to be really knowledgeable on that. But I'm cruising along. I got out of the educational area and I'm back on trail, back in the woods, heading my way. I think I'm probably about a mile away from the Day Bridge now. The Day Spring Lodge, excuse me. With that being said, you know, I'll probably take a break there, do some liquefying, since I am deliquefying on the way through the sweat that I'm pouring out of my body. So at some point in time, I'll have to make sure I'm getting some more liquids in me. And then we'll go from there. Other than that, just cruising along. It's been a nice, peaceful walk. A little bit warm, but it's just to be expected at the end of July. The sun's out now. I think said the clouds are supposed to start rolling in about 4. Might be a welcome thing. A little bit of rain may not hurt as well. I had debated, actually. Still debating, actually, about staying on the beach. We stay on quite a bit. I've shot gear videos. I mean, I've test gear out there all the time and everything. So you've seen it, especially if you've seen my foldable saw video. You know exactly where the beach is there. But I'm thinking about going there just because I would have the opportunity to go swimming too. Heard from some people that were at the lake yesterday. Water felt good. So after a long day of hiking, I bet that water feels really good, don't you? I thought about doing that. We'll see what happens. Going from there. Yeah, it's a little warm right now. Just keep moving on. See what happens. So, it's pretty cool when you walk down a trail and you just know it because you've been on it so many times. But, so at this juncture here, I'll show you, walking down this little trail here is like a piece of home to me. A friend of mine, we call this the Peninsula site. We have been here more times than we can count at this point in time. Started doing overnighters here, but let me tell you something, we were not the first to do overnighters here, okay? And I get to that. We get down here, I wanted to take a quick pause here just because this is like home and I can't help but go by without stopping down here, but also because I need to get some water and drink it and get some liquids in me. But yeah, here's the Peninsula site. Walk down here. I mean, we pretty much, like I said, this is like home to me. Been down here so many times, and then of course the next place we go to, you can say the same thing when I get there. Probably won't do much video footage until then. That's kind of what I did here. A couple reasons of saving on battery, and also just getting some time to myself here in my head. But yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw some pictures of us playing around over here. And actually on my Kingdom Adventure page on Facebook, I posted some pictures of that as well. This is kind of like home. We were over there the other day and had a great time enjoying the rain, enjoying the weather. But then it's just another one of those spots where just absolutely gorgeous views out into the lake, and it's peaceful right over here. So like I said, I'm gonna take a bit of a break, relax for a minute, drink some water, and get on my way. And actually I may sit and chat for a second too. So oh my gosh, it's been kind of nice, but man, it's hot. It is hot. Just gonna debate some, it's my debate on whether or not I wanted to see. There was a site that I really wanted to stay at tonight, place where I want to stay, that's close enough to the water. I don't know, but we'll see. I don't know how we're gonna manage that yet. Wink, wink. Okay, so one of the things that I said I wanted to do while I'm sitting here taking a break, I'm going to probably end up finishing this with all this water because I know that I've got about a mile and a half, and I know I'm going to be refilling to a mile and a half, so I'm going to go ahead and drink this. And we'll kind of go in that when I start, when I get back to where I started. Why I did what I did and all that. Heat had a lot to do with it. But, so, the last time that my buddy and I, Nader Tot and Lone Wolf out again, we had been sneaking out overnighters all winter long and up to this point, just because that was the only thing we could do. We couldn't really do anything else. And so the last time, now also with that being said, I've been posting, I've really been kind of boosting like my Instagram campaign, and getting kind of word out there, and I've got followers from all over the world on Instagram, which is kind of fun. So, hello to all my Bavarian peeps and all the people that are over in Germany and in Ukraine and some of the other countries that I cannot pronounce, and I apologize. But it is awesome to see you guys and to see your interaction with some of the stuff that I do, because I'm totally, I love that. And I definitely do love my international community for sure. So, so thank you so much for that. The last time we were out here, I posted not only on Instagram, but I posted on Facebook that we were out here just having a fun time enjoying the rain, which people, always find it crazy that we want to actually come out here when it's raining. And it was a good test for some of my tarps, so it worked out pretty well. I now understand also that I've been tagging Ohio State parks in a lot of my pictures, and I've been tagging Warren County parks in a lot of my pictures, and obviously the location at which we are at, which is Cedars Creek, in all of my pictures for the last year. And it's not rocket science, guys. We were camping out. I mean, let's face it. Pretty obvious, right? Some of the nighttime shots, fire going, everything else, especially in the wintertime. But last time, 2-3 weeks ago when we were here, we didn't even have a fire. We were enjoying the rain. We were enjoying the warm weather. And got a notice. It's actually on my Facebook page. I got a notice stating that, oh, you're not supposed to be camping there, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you tear down that fire pit because that fire pit shouldn't be there. So here it is for Cedars Creek Park, State Park. Listen, that fire pit's been here a lot longer than I have. It was here probably 3 to 4 years ago when we actually first laid eyes on this site, as far as just potential of testing gear and coming out here to spend a quick overnighter. And it'll be here long after. I don't have, I didn't build it, so I'm not going to sit here and take away from somebody who did. But I appreciate the person that did build it. We've utilized it. Now we've reshaped some of it, but we've utilized it quite well. And so, I'm grateful for that. But on the same token, kind of wanted to come, part of the reason why I wanted to shoot this video was for people like me, who love backpacking, who actually love going out by themselves and doing solo packing. There's a big problem with people like me and like us, the hiking community, those who like to go out by ourselves, and that problem is that we like to camp by ourselves a lot of times too. And with that being said, the regulations here at Cedars Creek, they claim to be a backpacking trail, but they tell you that you're only allowed to camp at group sites. Group sites, which means you are camped with a bunch of strangers. And a lot of people like me we didn't come here for the people. We came here to be one with nature. And my hope, actually, guys, this isn't really to chastise what you guys said to us. It is a good eye-opening experience, and I'm grateful because we had actually had questions. We actually went to an office several years back and questioned what was going on with this, what could we do, and really the answer was, group sites. And the problem with group sites is they can be taken or they can be filled, or when we're out here, we end up being overwhelmed, and a lot of times if it's just me and like me and my buddy, we don't want to be overwhelmed. Not to mention the group sites are focused primarily along the 50 Springs road. There's a bunch of group sites there, and the other one is right, I'm trying to think, near Wellman Boat Ramp. Wellman Boat Ramp, that's kind of a crazy place. And it's all along the road. So in the 50 Springs, I don't even want to begin. There's some serious issues at 50 Springs that need to be addressed for people like me, the solo packer. So seriously, Cedars Creek State Park, I am tagging you on this video when it gets released. contact me. Write in my comments below, hey, we need to talk, because there are some serious issues at 50 Springs that need to be taken care of. And if not, there's going to be a lot of issues there, okay? If there hasn't already been, I'd be surprised if there hasn't been many complaints already. But we need to talk about that. The other thing is that I'm shocked. I'm really shocked that there are not backpacking campsites, like specific for backpackers. And the reason I say that is because we have a good portion of Caesars Creek is a part of the Buckeye Trail, which for those of you who are not from the state of Ohio or overseas or who are wherever watching this video, the Buckeye Trail is a trail that goes around basically the perimeter of Ohio, hitting some pretty cool sites along the way. All sites that a lot of the sites that you've seen me hike in are sites that the Buckeye Trail that goes through, like Shawnee, which is one of my favorite places, and that goes all the way up to northern Ohio. And I can give you more history on that later. Like I said, I've got some history stuff that I'm going to lay out there probably towards the end. Stories about Caesars Creek and all that, and the Buckeye Trail will be available on that at the end of this video. But Caesars Creek, you are an awesome park. This park, I'm blown away every time I come out here. I love this place. Like I said, we come to a place like this and I feel like I'm at home. I feel comfortable. There are parts of this that I do not feel comfortable with. Just as I mentioned, 50 Springs area. I don't feel comfortable around that area because of certain people that have allowed it to happen. And so I steer clear away from there as much as possible. But I would love for us to get together and begin looking at places like this site that I'm at now, our peninsula site, like our beach site that we've looked at and we've played at. Those are places that, hey, we could really easily turn those into backpacking campsites for people who want to backpack. Now, also the concern I know is trash. And I can tell you from personal experience that people in the backpacking community, the people who like me, like my friend, like others that are serious about backpacking, they hold or adapt to a mentality of leave no trace. So you're not going to see that they were left, that they stayed there, okay? So if we can kind of begin to open up places for people like us here, I think not only would that open our eyes to how beautiful Caesars Creek really is, but it would give backpackers an opportunity to come out and just show just how they respect parks, state parks in specific. So please, like I said, Caesars Creek, if we would love to start opening dialogue, I would love to start opening dialogue with you in reference to this, and by doing so, comment and give me some way that we can begin seeing what this is. And believe me, I know I'd volunteer. I know my friend would volunteer to help out with this. And I can imagine that there are others like us that would be willing to help out and be able to establish a true backpacking system trail through the trails here and campgrounds through here for backpackers specifically. Only. Not group camps, not this crap that we have to deal with on those other sites. But specific to backpacking only. Okay, guys? Listen, I'm going to finish this water, and then I'm kind of resting my feet as well, but I'm going to head on out. I will show you the beach site when we get over there, because it's on the way, and then we will start looking at what tonight's adventures are going to hold, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much, Caesars Creek. I promise I'm not getting on to you. I would love to begin opening up that dialogue. So please, 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 come open, come and talk to me. Send me a comment, whatever. Like I said, I'm going to tag you on this so that you see the video, and we will discuss more about it later on too, okay? Thank you, guys. Like I said, take care. Water. Drink water when it's hot, okay? And then we'll see what the beach has to hold. Thank you. Well, I got up here and realized I was seeing a familiar sight. Here is home number 2. Which, by the way, home number 2 is a little bit more abused. I've been kind of disgusted by some of the sights that I've seen up here, by the way. So I'm realizing that some compadres are abusing this site. It is a little bit easier to get to, and and I know people get to it, but they're abusing our beach. So if I had time, I would definitely sit down here and clean up. But man, I gotta be honest with you, there's a lot. Okay, so the last time we were here, pretty much stayed up this way a little bit, probably in the midst of those trees. Now, none of that debris was there. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of debris here. A lot more than was last time. So, hey, Nader Tot, we're going to have to get out here and take care of our beach at some point in time. Clean it up. Oh my gosh, okay. Actually was one of the considerations of where I was going to stay was here tonight. That right there was the trees. But, I mean, seriously, look at this view. I mean, I got some beautiful shots, pictures of this for sure out there. It is a wonderful spot. I love it. It just, you got sandy ground here, so it feels comfortable. Real quiet here. You just listen to the waves. It's fun. I like this spot here too. And all the cedar you could imagine. We picked up some things here. I laughed because when I did that folding saw review, it was actually out there where you see that tree and all the water. So the water level has been up tremendously since then. I was actually out working on those limbs some too that day. So you can tell water is higher than it was last year. Thinking maybe it's just a summer thing, I don't know, we'll see. But so freaking tempting right now to get out and go swimming. I think I'm gonna hold off though. Not too far, we're gonna get up there and see what we can do up there. If nothing else, then we come back here and we'll go swimming. Kind of my thought. I might go duck my head anyways. That is the River Country Products trekking pole tent. Now I've got some overhang here as far as, if it were to actually rain, which see those clouds rolling through, you'd say, it's a possibility. The wind's picking up, feels pretty good. So yeah, what we're looking at should be fun. I don't know, I'm still leave that rain fly off, but things started picking up a little bit, and I'm like, maybe I should put it on just in case. But now I'm just kind of relaxing. Oh, I've got like 8% left on my battery, so I'm gonna flip it around here and we'll talk a little bit and we'll go from there. So yeah, I mean, this is another one of those sites I said that we feel like whenever I come here, whenever my friend and I come here, we feel like we are at home here. It's got probably one of the best views you could have. I mean, it's so awesome as the sun sets and it gets darker, you look out over the water. I mean, it's right there. Depending on what's going on, you get the waves effect. So it's almost like you're at a beach with the ocean waves coming in. So that's what you hear in the background is the waves splashing through. I have seen it worse, but it's still nice to be here. I don't know, I've been looking at the weather, and excuse me, but I've been looking off, just kind of watching the weather come in. And I don't know what we're going to get. If we have a chance of rain. And part of me wants it, part of me doesn't. So it just depends on how it goes. So I'm in a dilemma here, and it's all going to be dependent upon what tomorrow brings and how my feet feel tomorrow. Been going back and forth, and I always do this. I don't know why I even bother. I always do it. Go back and forth and say, you know, well, I should do this, I should do that, blah, blah, blah. My feet are hurting, so maybe I should go home. Sometimes I think I'm a big baby when it comes to this. When you're by yourself, it's easy to do that, though. And that's probably part of the problem with solo backpacking, doing solo camps like this. You can talk yourself into a lot of things when you're by yourself. And when you're with other people, that doesn't happen at all. You want to be there. So that's kind of where I'm at. I have been wanting to do this for a long time, so I will probably put my feet aside. They do hurt right now. I'm kind of limping around. I'm hoping they'll feel better tomorrow, and then I'll take it easy. But I'm looking at doing another 11, 12 mile day tomorrow. It's supposed to be flatter land, but we'll see what happens. We got our way down there. I really need to find something to pick it up here. To have you at that level, kind of rough. But so that's kind of my goal right now. Right now, I'm just kind of going back and forth. I'm going to enjoy whatever the weather brings and go from there. While I'm really thinking about it, like I said, I have like 8% left, so I'm probably not going to be doing much more. For my Siege Creek guys, there is not going to be a fire tonight. The only flame that's going to be is coming from is my little stove, my backpacking stove that I use, and I'll cook up a meal that's a just add water meal. So don't worry, no fire tonight. But we need to talk about that. I'm actually kind of concerned about our beach. It looks like our beach is waning away a little bit. So like I said, might have to get my buddy out here, maybe see if we can get some of you guys out here to help us clean this thing up. I think the weeds are encroaching on some of it too. So, and then other than that, just want to say thank you guys. I know it's been a while since we've been on this, since we've done anything like this. So thank you so much for coming out. We've been tossing up and talking about trying to get more activity going with this, and we're looking at trying to do some challenges that will hopefully that you guys would enjoy. And so just kind of keep that in mind. Fall is coming, and I personally love to get out in the fall and do as much mileage as I can, just to see the trees, the weather. The heat, man, sucks. I mean, this is killing me. Walking, coming out here, just coming back. If you remember, I said I stopped by my car, grabbed a nice Coke too, by the way, and stopped by my car, and then I walked back to. I was going to try that that Cedar Ridge place, but it's windy as all get out again, and you know it's trashy. People, listen to me. Pick up your trash. It'll be all right. It is trashy over there. People go over there and get drunk, and then they freaking throw their beer cans over. You know, that's sick. Kind of tired of that. Makes people like us, gives us a bad name, you know? So, at some point in time, you know, we, the people who really care about this place, we'll go in there and we'll pick up your crap, and we'll find a way to throw it away. I'll lug it out of here just like we do our stuff. You know, if you come in with it, go out with it. It'll be okay. It'll help us out a lot too. And it'll help us be able to have places that we can go like that. It'll be a neat knob. Put up a few hammocks. It's so cool there. The wind always blows, but what the heck? Oh, just pick up your trash. That's just bad. And the sad thing is people that are tooting their horns the most about how we need to save our environment are probably the ones trying to destroy it. So think about that for a minute. If I could get a picture of these bugs on the sand, it would be awesome, but I can't. I think they're the ones that tunnel down and create pits. Don't know what they're called, but they're out crawling around. It's kind of cool. Like I said, I don't really like this angle. I have to figure out a better way to do that. So, thank you guys again, like I said, for coming back with me on this. It's been kind of a weird roller coaster, and I'm glad that we're able to do this again. And hopefully we'll get everything situated, and I'll be able to produce more content. What is this? July, end of July. We're going to try to do a challenge next month, so be on the lookout for that. Trying to think if I have a solo thought in mind. I don't know if I do. It'll be an overnighter. And the reason being is because I have certain things changing. I might actually be acquiring a job, which would be kind of neat. But with that being said, I know that we are wanting to at least try to do a challenge, whether it be something something like a dollar store challenge or a Walmart challenge. I don't know yet. You will know when I know. And then on September, I think we are going to do a hike. Or we might do another hike in August too. But I have 2 trails I want to do. One I started to do, and I started a video, and then I had a real big meltdown, and it was over at Lake Hope. Lake Hope? I think it was one. That's over in eastern Ohio. And then the other one I wanted to do, redo. If you guys remember, I've done Lake Vesuvius, and we were talking about trying to do Lake Vesuvius. Nader Tot and I were going to do that one together. I don't remember. It's been 3-4 years ago now, I think. I tried to do that with Sadie. I was going to do 2 nights. We ended up only doing 1. About killed us because we tried to go out in January thinking it was going to be cooler, and it was like 80. So that was the one that got to be 80 to 85 degrees, that trip. And me and my dog, Trail Pup, and I got just about roped on that one. So we're looking at trying to do that one again, probably around September, hoping that the temperatures calm down. And then we have a big fall trip coming, I think. So keep that in mind. I think it'll be an out-of-state thing. Might actually try to travel to do some new stuff. And if I have a moment, more than likely I'm going to try to get out to Shawnee in November. We'll see what happens. But there's a lot of stuff kind of tying into things, but so we'll see. That's what we're looking at. I mean, there's a schedule. We've laid it out for you now. Like I said, let me see what I feel like tomorrow morning as far as what transpires for me. If I can put in another 12-mile day, that'd be great. Only to know that I have to put in another 12 mile after that. So this trail usually wears my feet out, but I think with the flatter stuff tomorrow, I'll be okay. All right. Thank you guys again. Seriously, this is going to be on YouTube, Rumble. I'm going to have a link for both of those on my Facebook page and Instagram page, and whatever social media thing I've conjured up for this. I don't know yet. I think that's everything. So be on the lookout for all of that. This is part 1. Part 2 will come after that. So it'll be a to be continued series here. Part 2 will have my decision as to whether or not I decided to go. Think about that. Okay? So stay tuned for part 2. Part 2 will either be quick or it won't be. You'll know if I decide to go, depending on how long the content is, right? I hope I'm kind of lean toward going, so, but we'll go. We'll see what happens. Other than that, thank you guys. Subscribe to any one of those. Follow me on Instagram. Follow Kingdom Adventures on YouTube. Follow. Don't just view. Come on in. Subscribe. Come join me. Guys, by the way, I've had a few comments actually lately. Thank you so much. The one guy, I'll answer this one. The one guy asked me why my eyes always seem to be moving around. Because this is a relatively public park. Today's been pretty quiet. It's nice. But I still get a little paranoid. So the reason I move around is because I kind of want to make sure that there's nobody around me. 2 reasons. I don't want them to think I'm crazy, because I kind of look it. And then, second of all, they don't need to know. They don't need to be involved in this. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable right there. So, just thinking of them. But other than that, there. That's why my eyes move around, and I get easily distracted. So guys, thank you again for everything, and hopefully we can continue on and move forward with this, okay? And we'll go from there. I'll have some more shorter videos as well, just because there's got a lot of traction. All right. Take care. Might talk to you in the morning. We'll see.